What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of the much anticipated community AA only battle. You voted on all 40. How many did you vote on? 41 of the civs in this game. Wait, 41? I don't know. I'm messing this up badly. 40, I think. Because, no, well, there was one spectator spot, which I'm spectating as Venice. They didn't win. You can probably see that because the Papal State is there. But yeah, we're going to go through every civ that won. But before that, I'm going to explain some of the other things quickly. Of all the categories, only 2 of them came down to a tie. There was a tie between Zulu and Zimbabwe to come second. Rhodesia won and are in the game. I did it by dice, so 1, 2, 3 was one of the civs, 4, 5, 6 was the other, or something like that. Zimbabwe won, but the mod didn't want to work with this map, so I just went with Zulu instead. It was just easier. I'd already put all the other mods in. It was going to be a pain to go back through it again. The other tie was a 3-way tie between Belgium, who else? France and somebody else. Switzerland, I think, not the Netherlands. It was Belgium, France, and Switzerland all tied. We did it by dice again, and Belgium won that time. So that was how I decided the ties. Everything else, the winners are who you voted for. So we'll go over them now. We'll start in Europe. You can see the Celts here, and you'll see some of the civs with some extra stuff. I'll go over that again. Some civs I've given some extra benefits because of their location. Belgium, the Moors, Papal State, Austria, Prussia, Soviet Union, the Huns, Byzantium, Assyria, Babylon, Persia, Egypt, Vandals, Mali, Nigeria, Congo, Burundi, Ethiopia, Kilwa, Rhodesia, Zulu, India, Vietnam, China, who have been moved because it's Qing up here. That was another thing. I think their name changes through the game, so I don't know. I said the Jianu or something in the votes brackets. G, I don't know how to say it, but I think they all sort of merged together. If not, my mistake, this is the mod I meant, and you voted for them. Korea, I mean, they start in the same place practically, so it might, I don't think they're the Jianu, but their name does change to G. I'm pretty sure that happened last time, so I was close enough. Korea, Mongolia, Japan is here. We have got Polynesia out in the Pacific. We are using the enlarged Europe, small Pacific map, because that's my favourite map to use. Samoa is here. Australia, and then into North America we've got Shoshone, Sioux, Iroquois, Texas, and Aztecs and the Mayans, and then in South America, Inca and Mapuche. And obviously I said Argentina and Brazil were guaranteed a spot because I didn't just know any mods that I trusted to work that in this area, so I just picked those 2 because I knew they would be there. So yeah, that's that. So the 4 civs that have had changes, the Celts, Japan, Polynesia, and Samoa have got the 2 extra technologies in the fishing part of the tree. Let me show you which bits. So they've got sailing and optics. Everyone's got up to here because we're on immortal difficulty. So they've all got those 4, but they've also got sailing and optics, which I believe allows embarkation across deep water. I'm not 100%, but I think it does. And then on top of that, that's what the Celts also got an extra settler and an extra worker, and the same goes for Japan. They got an extra 1 settler and an extra worker, and then Samoa and Polynesia got 2 extra settlers and 3 triremes just to help them explore a bit faster. That's what I gave them. Samoa's a little bit harder than Polynesia because the islands are further apart, so I gave them New Guinea here, and I also gave them, it's part of sort of Indonesia-y island chain here, so hopefully they'll explore some of this quickly with the extra triremes I gave them. On from that, just trying to get through everything, not miss anything out. I'm spectating as Venice. Sadly, they didn't win. I wouldn't mind seeing Venice. I didn't vote, by the way. I was thinking if there was ties, I would just pick, vote, but I did it by dice in the end. This is a huge map. It is the Large Earth from the Yet Not Another Earth map pack. If you want to play along yourself, I'm sure you can figure it out. There is also a tutorial that shows you how to set up an air-only battle. Usually, whenever I do one of these, there's a lot of questions. How do I do it? Immortal difficulty, because deity can sometimes be a bit weird. And I've always done it on Immortal. And then we've got Standard Time. Other mods that we've got on, Aggressive and Expansive AI is the main one. It's Domination only. No Ancient Ruins, Complete Kills, no Barbarians, no City Raising, Quick Combat, Quick Movement. This video, and maybe the next few, are on, the game looks nice, high quality. I've put it on all the settings on high. But once I reload it, it's going to come up in low, because obviously it gets a bit slow. But yeah, I think that's it. At the end of this episode, I'd watch till the end of this one. Leave your pick on who you think is going to win. I made you pick who was going to be in the game. Now you've got to narrow it down to just one who is going to win. So the first thing I'm going to look out for is, I wondered whether Samoa and Polynesia would take advantage of their extra settlers. Samoa has straight away. I'm not too worried about Samoa. I'm surprised people voted for Polynesia, by the way. I know a lot of people I saw went for like a Native American approach, but Texas did squeeze in over the Chinook. Not sure how you manage that, but some of the votes were really close. Like, it went down to the line. Like, there was some that were decided by the last vote, which was kind of cool. But yeah, there are some big open spaces. Western Europe is probably the most emptiest we've ever seen it. That was terrible grammar in that sentence. What else? Africa, South Africa, or the southern half of Africa, is more full than usual. Sort of Congo down here. This is a really tight area. North Africa's a bit more open. It's sort of all around the edges, and I imagine we'll see them sort of squeeze into the desert. The Middle East is kind of packed, but that's your fault, not mine, this time. North America, we're lacking the USA. We're lacking a West Coast California Chinook, so that's going to be interesting. Canada doesn't work on this map. That's why they weren't even in the vote in advance. South America's the usual 4 civs, so we'll see. And Asia's actually pretty congested too. So it's going to be interesting. Japan has already settled their second city, Kyoto, in the north of the island. So that's a good start for... This is the Tojo Japan mod. It's not the regular Japan. And the Celts already worshipping a pantheon. They are yet to settle with their second settler, but they're going to get off to a good start, I imagine, here in the British Isles for themselves. I could look at the vote. I don't know exactly which civ. There was one civ, I think, that just dominated. I felt bad for the other civ. Like, every civ did get 1 vote. I felt bad. The Ottomans came really close to getting no votes, but someone did vote for them and save them. So that was very nice of you. You did a good thing there. Polynesia, how many have they settled? Okay, oh wow, this is what everyone... Polynesia has never done well in a TSL ever, unless someone's played as them. But here we are, we already have Polynesia in California, and with a city on the main island. What a start. I hope I haven't made them too OP. I don't think I will. But yeah, this is a great start from Polynesia, and Samoa already with 3 cities too over here. That is what I like to see across the Indonesian island chain. So now I guess the thing to look out for is which of the civs that started with 1 city get their second city first. It's usually a big thing to look for. We've got Dublin there, down here in the southwest of England, from the Celts, which is a kind of a canal city. I mean, it might save them some time, but we do have a proper canal. Constantinople is here, Byzantium's here. That's all good. Let's see, Prussia. This could be an interesting region here. Prussia, Austria. Austria should probably go west. I'm going to say that straight away. Ethiopia has started worshipping God King. Belgium has got so much space. Like, I don't know how long it's going to take. The Celts will almost certainly be tempted over here because there's so much space. The Moors, again, lots of space for them. And there's no Morocco, so they could also go into Africa if that's what they prefer to do. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, this Middle East region, I think, will probably be the first area to break out into war. Because Assyria, who were one of those civs that a lot of people voted for in this region. So we'll see how they get on. Gandhi's here, but India's not that big on this map. It's about the same size as Spain. So we'll see how this works out for him. And no Arabia. I was surprised at that. Surprised Arabia didn't get the vote. Really was. What else was surprising? I know what else was surprising. There was a point when it looked like Congo weren't going to be in. That was a very, very weird time. I thought Congo would be like guaranteed to get in. Still don't see any second cities just yet from these guys. Let's see. So, Qing are up here doing their thing. Mongolia, okay. Polynesia has settled, by the way, here in Baja, California, the city of Tonga. So, there we go. I said there was no west coast of North America civ. Maybe Polynesia is going to fill the gap for us, which would be pretty cool. It's going to make for an interesting Pacific. We've already got Samoa and Polynesia here. Samoa, over here we can see exploring the deep ocean. I assume they're probably going to try and, make it so they can see all this stuff, which will be interesting. Interesting enough. Australia is obviously here. They're going to have a fun time. Australia always they come in the late game. Once, later on when they've got good stuff to go around. Pantheons, Papal States, worshipping stone circles. Well, you'd expect the Papal States to go for that, wouldn't you? You can see why. They've got some mines, so I guess that's going to help them. But yeah, the city of Rome here. We'll see how this goes. I still don't see any second cities just yet, which is okay. I wouldn't expect them just yet. It's only been 20 turns. Constantinople, 4 population. Belgium at 4. Rome's only at 2. which suggests they're building a settler because they've stopped growing, or just because they have these mines. There's not that much food. Both are possible. Oh, I've made it into a golden age. Don't mind if I do. Look at the Moors. They've got a ton of ivory. That's going to be helpful for you. Hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoy it. Still no signs of two cities for anyone. Vietnam is a usual strong contender. Like, we've seen Vietnam do well plenty of times. Rhodesia is another one who tends to do very well. Congo, obviously, renowned as being strong as well. Argentina tend to come out on top in South America, from my experiences, but obviously everyone will have played their own TSL games, have their own experience. Obviously the Mapuche, I think, is one of the first, or one of the few times. Last time I used the Mapuche was in the reverse colonization game. I see Argentina settler there, and I moved them like up here to represent sort of a Colombia instead, because I just didn't have enough. I couldn't find the mods, so I just moved them. So we're going to see them in their normal spot instead of Chile. So they can go up this way, but they'll probably need to try and destroy the Inca at some point, or go after Argentina. And I tried to play as Argentina once, and Chile came through these mountains and killed me. So that might be me being bad, or, you know, Mapuche could do it. Could be possible, but Argentina do have that settler up. We'll keep an eye on it. Soviet Union, I know that's a fan favourite for everyone. Iroquois and Texas already friendly. That is interesting. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Stalin, all these settlers. Prussia has a settler. Settler for Austria, settler for the Soviet Union. Yeah, we're about to start to see a wave of settling. Ethiopia is actually, I believe, the first. People like to smile. Some of these civs I had to explore the map to move them around. So China I had to move, and Samoa I messed up with giving them extra stuff, so I had to move them again. But so yeah, they're a bit extra happiness, but happiness doesn't really matter. They should all be fine when the time comes. But I think Ethiopia is the first. Oh no, the Sioux and Ethiopia and Qing and Korea. Okay, a lot of second cities. The Sioux already moving down towards Texas. Ethiopia moving west here towards Egypt. Who else did I just say? Japan. No, Japan already had it. Korea's got a second, moving north, which is what they have to do. And Qing moving south, sort of away from Mongolia, shielding this city from the mountains and towards China. But plenty of people do have those settlers up now, so I think we're going to see a lot of settling going on over the next few turns. So let's see. I wonder if the Celts or Japan have got a third settler yet. I mean, there'd be no reason to say they wouldn't. No, who's this? Mali with oral tradition, and Japan do have 3, and settler number 3 and 4 already. Japan, Tojo off to a quick start. I'm hoping the island civs do well this game. That is going to be really cool to see if they can do well. Still nothing of a second city in Europe, but India do have one. Gandhi has settled Mumbai, just south of Delhi, on another river, coastal, which means he might be able to, you know, do well in the Persian Gulf here, which obviously Persia and Babylon are not coastal. I imagine they'll try. Assyria's building up an army. You know what his plan? It looks like he's going to go after Byzantium, maybe. That'd be weird and quite tough. And the Huns forward settling the Zulu already. That's not taken long. The Zulu? The Soviet Union already. Why did I say Zulu? But there's also Stalin pushing into Europe. You know, he loves to do that. So no surprise there. Prussia already moving towards Germany. Austria coming too with a settler. Belgium looks like they're going to head east as well. So this is going to be a bit of a mess. The land is going to go quickly. Papal States heading north. Probably a smart move because, you know, you can take southern Italy whenever you want. The Moors heading up into France. Wow, what a tense start. Argentina has not settled yet. I know South America is always a mess. These wonders, I would just settle here. Like, there's wonders. But Argentina and Brazil usually make the most of the Amazon rainforest where they can. Africa, still only Ethiopia with 2 cities, so that's really interesting. Okay, Stalin has now got Leningrad to the west of Moscow, just south of Prussia. Berlin, they got it pretty close. I think Berlin's around here. That's pretty cool. From Prussia. Burundi has now gone for the Pantheon, one with nature. What's this? Kilwa and Congo are friends. Interesting. And Japan does now have 4 cities. What a start from Tojo. How interesting Asia is going to be. Vietnam, China is going to forward settle Vietnam. That is a terrible idea. Persia went north. I forgot to put Parthia in the vote. They've been in the last couple of games, okay? We can give them a rest. They don't need to be in every game. But yeah, Persia is here, settling just north of their original city. And Australia now has a second city in the city of Melbourne. Nothing extra from Samoa. Polynesia's doing okay. Texas has got a settler heading towards the Aztecs, who probably need to act fast because the Mayans will block them in. So will Texas if not. Especially because I think the Sioux, Shoshone, and Iroquois are all going to be very strong. To see the Iroquois with 2 cities now. And I think that is about it in terms... Oh no, the Moors just settled north of these mountains that I've just blanked on the name of. And it looks like Papal States could be going anywhere here. It looks like Belgium might be going for Denmark, which is a risky move, but Austria's here too. If they settle between these mountains, that would be a good spot. But that is going to be it for episode 1. It is time to leave your comment down below with who you think is going to win. 1 Civ only, please. 1 Civ only. And yeah, pick whoever you want though. Don't pick Venice, because I ain't taking over the world with this nuclear sub. But I am going to go for... I hadn't even thought about it. I'm going to go for Prussia, just because they look pretty cool, you know. If they could, I would love to see someone do well from this region. Prussia, not the Huns. You know, there you go. That's my pick. Be sure to leave yours down below. Be sure to leave a like and a comment. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.